This is Phase Red Reads. My name is Tyra, and today I'm going to talk about the books I have read and the books I'm currently reading and going to read. So here's the thing. I'm going to do pros and cons. So some books are going to have a synopsis to it, but mostly it's going to just be pros and cons of the book that I have read. So, and I'm going to refer to my notebook as well because I'm not really good at memorizing, and I'm still new. So bear with me on that. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. And I got my drink. Okay. Alright. We're going to jump right on in. And the first book is The Last Houseguest by Megan Miranda. And the prose is a solid thriller, small town with lots of secrets. The cons, too similar to other thrillers like this one, and for some people, the dual timelines. The other book is The Last Wish from the Witcher series 0.5. The pros are Monster Hunter, twist on traditional fairy tales, based on a video game, and is a Netflix show. Cons may not like short stories. Another con could be also because it's a twist on fairy tales and someone might not like it. There's that too. The next book I read was Hocus Pocus, an all-new sequel by A.W. Joanta. Sorry, I butchered that name. The prose is nostalgia. New story has LGBTQIA rep. And the cons is it's a flat story. I didn't really like it. I had the audiobook of it. The audio, even if I read it physically, I still wouldn't have liked it. Actually, I think I would have DNF'd it if I read it physically. The next book is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi. I'm not gonna say the last name because I don't want to butcher it again. The prose, it is written by a black person. It has a black person point of view. Blood magic, rich mythology, and the cons is violence. But it's the way she wrote it. It's important to the story. I'm kind of afraid to pick up the next one because of what everyone's saying. Yeah. And the next one is Body Traced by D.H. Dublin, aka John McGrowan. I think he did some type of YA series. I'm not sure if it's dystopian or sci-fi or something. I really don't remember. But pros, it's a whodunit, an FBI investigation, so like the serial FBI thing. The cons is newbie investigator with no prior knowledge of the investigation. Because the main character is actually a med student who decides, who doesn't do her last residency, and she leaves her town. I think it's Maine or one of the college towns, moves to Philadelphia, works at her uncle's FBI investigations, kind of like crime scene investigation type of thing. But she was a newbie, and the one part of the book was she accidentally said one of the deaths wasn't suicide, it was actual death, but she wouldn't say that, but she didn't correct it, so she wasn't, but in the beginning, but she was never taught how to handle that situation, so that kind of was, that just annoyed me a little bit. And the next one, I don't know how to say the first part, but Love Stories Volume 1 by, gonna butcher it, but it was like ready to read books on NetGalley. I'll have the picture either here or here, not sure, so you could see it. The pros are super cute. LGBTQIA+, friendship, not, okay, so the cons for me, personally, not, distinct enough with one of the two drawn characters were too similar. The only difference was one, like colored in hair and one not colored in hair, but like it was similar. Like there was nothing that was like distinct enough. It feels like she drew twins, and you couldn't tell which one was which. But there weren't twins; there were two completely different characters. I don't know if it's a he or she who wrote it, but or if they used they or them. I don't know. But someone can correct me. That's fine. But like, I don't know. It didn't. I forget what I rated it on Goodreads, but it was okay. The next one is Maskull Shadow by Lindsay Miller, and pros Q, the LGBTQIA+ rep. Main character is gender fluid and assassins. Cons: violence, gore, read like a generic young fantasy, and I think the author is also gender fluid, maybe, or the author uses they or them. I'm not. I think. So I think the author is actual rep or not. But yeah. The next one is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. It was a buddy read with Books with Brittany. She has a Discord for it, and this month's is the second book of the Way of Kings trilogy, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what the trilogy is called, but we're reading the second one for the buddy read. In the description box, I'll put her link, and the video link to it, to the first announcement video. The pros is high fantasy magic, easy to read writing style. Like his writing style was easy to read, not very hard, even though it was like really thick book. But I audiobooked it, and I liked it. There was two, a male and a female who read, and I liked both of them. And for some people, it will be a very long book, will be a con. The next book I read, You Are Not Alone by Geir Hendricks. Prose, secrets, tragedy, setting in New York City. Cons: plot reveals too much emphasis on coincidences. The next book I read, it was through Kindle, was A Call to Arms by Shulana Na and Saja H. Sorry if I butchered it. I'll have a picture up. Pros: male romance. School, magical, and also non-magical. So like at the school, magic, they call them mags, and they could go to the school, and also military people, and also the military. It's also a military school as well, so they're learning how to fight. And you follow the main character who's poor, and most of them who are poor, or like his situation, because he was recruited, and any social status could go, but he was part of the military part. A good beginning and budding love. Cons: first crushes, and for me, parts were boring. I kind of like started skimming some parts. The chapters were ridiculously way too long. So like the one chapter was actually like half the damn book. Like that was a con that I did not like so much. It was crazily like not something I liked about it. So I did the next one was Kings of the Wyld by Nicholas Ames. I did this with Jessie Mae, and she has a book club called Shelf Space. I'll have her links down. I have her YouTube channel linked, and the announcement video for the book club down in the info box. The pros: sarcastic humor, running jokes, old men getting the band back together. Because legit, it says on there, if you like 60s and 70s music, it's based upon that, like getting back. And the cons: too much convenience and not enough consequences. It was just wrapped up like too neatly. Like I don't know how can I like say this without like giving out away spoilers. That's the best I can say. Too convenient. Too problem. Like in the beginning, one of the characters had this disease, and then later it's resolved somehow. So yeah. If that was a spoiler, I'm sorry. I tried. Okay, so the next book is Fangs by Sarah Anderson, and it's in one of the Nat Gallery Now graphic novel. Prose cute. The art was really, really good. Vampires and werewolves fall in love. And the con is lack of plot. I do like when graphic novels tell pictures and forms the story, but also like more words, and it was very few words, and it was more like pictures. So I like a good mix of both, but like the way it was executed, to me personally, didn't like it very, very much. The next one was a Patreon pick with beautiful Bookish Bethany. We picked Keeper of the Lost Cities. The pros: fairies, magic school. The cons was she had like this nervous habit where she would like pick out her eyelashes, and there's a name for that, but that was just like, it sounds so painful, and I don't know why she did that. I've reread Twilight and New Moon, and again, with Bookish, like with Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany. There's a live show. I have all her links on the bottom, her channel, the live show link, and everything else. We talked about the problems with Twilight, and how the American Indians were misrepresented in the book, and different other issues with Edward, and how no one likes Bella. Nobody in it. So yeah, that's what we talked about. So that's the end of like the pros and cons. I'm gonna get into what I'm currently reading after this sip. Okay. So I'm doing a read along with with Sydney Reads or Sydney Stories. Sydney Stories. She's doing a read along with Watership Down, and as you can see, I have been reading it. I have it tabs. I have this is where I'm at. Like right here, it's one of those Save the Line bookmarks. I love them. But yeah, I'm reading this. I love it so far. Basically, it's just a classic book, and just pick it up. It's really good. Little You Know is best. And then for the self-space book club for this month of July, and I think there's gonna be a live show at the end of the month. I think we're reading with just Shana. Is Malice by John Gwen. I haven't started it yet. I have until the end of the month to start it, but I have a certain goal that I want to be in the Watership Down before I start reading this one. But yeah, I'm gonna start this really soon. And then I am so happy. Today the library is open. Yes. But when you walk in, they have these little stickies and it shows you how to walk, and they have these tables set up, and they direct you if you have pickups or drop-offs and stuff and everything like that. But I was so excited. So I figured I wasn't gonna get actual books, because I'm already reading a lot of books and audiobooks, because I'm continuing on with I'm reading along with beautiful Bookish Bethany with the Twilight series. The Eclipse I just finished, and I gave that changed that from a 4-star when I first read it to a 1-star. And then the last one, whatever that one was. And I'm on the last one. And I'm also reading the Sword of Destiny book series, which is, I'll have a picture of that. Okay, so the next one that's for the short stories, does anyone know if I need to read the last short story before I actually go into the actual novels? Because my library through online doesn't have it, but I haven't yet checked to see if the actual library has a physical copy of it, and if they do, but I'll get it. But just let me know if I need to read that last short story after the Sword of Destiny from the Wisher series, so that I can just start off the novels. Let me know, and if not, and if I can't get it, well, I'm just gonna start with the actual novels. So, and I'm also reading why I'm no longer talking to white people about race. It's gonna come up. I have it as an e-read through Overdrive through my library, and it's gonna be coming up soon. So I'm gonna be also be reading that. So I wasn't getting actual books, but I got Manga, and my first So I'll show you the manga I got. It's the Kiss Me Kiss. I saw the anime years ago, and I loved it. I have it 1 through 20 except for 13. So, I have my links in the description box. Click my Instagram box and tell me with spoilers what happens in 13, because I'm not sure if my library has or someone has checked out, and I don't feel like going back there and getting it. or putting on hold because I have everything all through 1 through 20 except for 13. So I just want to read. So if anything important that in 13 in this series that I need to know about, DM me through my Instagram, which is links in my description box yet again. I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I really like this anime. I really like the series. I just love it. So hopefully I would love this. Okay, so years ago I sat down in Barnes and Nobles and read a little bit of Oran School Host Club. I saw the anime years ago. But I got 1 through 5 at the library because that's all they had, and it jumped to different. So I wanted to read these in order, so I read them as much as I could, 1 through 5. But yeah, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's that. And then I got a classic fruit basket. I got classic 1, and it's fruit baskets. Only 1 and 2 because I don't know if someone has it out or they just has out the next, the 3, 4. I think it was out of order somehow, and they only had 1 and 2, not 3 or 4 or whatever. But fruit basket, yes. I mean, who doesn't like fruit basket? And I think one of the people I follow is one of their favorite series, and I'm starting with 1 and 2. Okay, so this is a new one to me. To me it's new, and it's probably not new. Is Kiss of the Rose Princess. I got 1 and 2 to try to see if I like it. I like the synopsis of it. It seems really cool. Hopefully I enjoy it. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, that's what I'll be reading and bookish things. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see, or like to follow my journey of being new to this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want, so you can be notified when I post new content. But yeah, what are you currently reading this month? And do you like manga, and what's your favorite of all time?